Hi guys. Okay, I'm in the Winter Garden Theater, just getting ready to see, the Elgin Theater, just getting ready to see Under the Skin. I thought you might want to see what it's like in here because it's really very quite beautiful, spectacular. Here's the ceiling, and there's like boxes up there, beautiful carved ceilings, real old school theater, real like, very, very nice, very special. I like those boxes over there, but they have been closed off, except for the upper ones. So anyway, I'll be back with my review and let you know how the film was. Okay, bye. Hi guys. Okay, this is my review of Under the Skin, which I saw this afternoon. But you know, before I begin my review of Under the Skin, I just wanna make a little note here. I reviewed a movie yesterday. I should probably do a separate video on this, but I'm just gonna briefly speak about this before I begin this review. I did a review yesterday of a movie called The Disappearance of Eleanor Rigby, which I really, really hated. I gave it a terrible review. I was pretty vociferous in talking about how much I hated this movie. And I got a complaint from somebody already, and I just want to say this, okay? I am not a professional film critic. I don't work for any newspaper. I don't work for any magazine. I am simply a film fan. I am a passionate film fan. And when I really like a movie and when I think a movie deserves praise, I will give it all the praise that it deserves. When I see a movie that I think is terrible, that does not belong at a festival like this, that I think is amateurish and just insipid, I will say so. That's my prerogative. This is my channel. I choose to, do these film reviews of my own volition, and, if you don't like the way I come across or the things that I say or the way I choose to express my displeasure with a film, then you don't need to watch my channel. You don't need to watch the videos. That's just the way I see it, okay? So I make no apologies for my reviews. My review stands. It was a terrible movie, and I will continue to speak out against movies that I think are really bad, because I just hate bad movies. Okay, so having said that, I have good news for you, because this was not a bad movie. This was a fantastic movie, Under the Skin. It was by an English director named Jonathan Glazer. He has done the movie Sexy Beast, which I have not seen. I've heard a lot of good things about that movie. I've heard it was really great. It was Ben Kingsley was in it, and he played a gangster, really rough gangster, and I heard he was amazing in that. I think he might have even been nominated for an Oscar for that movie. And he also did a movie called Birth, which I think I saw parts of it on the Movie Network or something. I never saw it whole. And Nicole Kidman was in that. Just a note there. Okay, so this movie, Under the Skin, stars Scarlett Johansson. And you know what? I really like Scarlett Johansson. I think she's a really, really cool, hip actress. She's been in a lot of really, really good stuff. Liked her a lot in Lost in Translation, the Sofia Coppola movie. Ghost World. Oh my god, I freaking love Ghost World, that movie. If you guys have not seen it, you have to see it. It's so, so funny and cool. But anyway, again, she's hit a home run here with this movie, because I thought she was really, really good, and this was such a great film. And it was also a very, very weird film, and a lot of people are probably going to not like it, probably even hate it. Hey, you're free to. That's your opinion. Go on your own channel and make your own review and talk about how much you hate it if you want. That's your prerogative. But for me, myself, I loved this movie. I thought it was so, so cool. Okay, so she plays this alien that comes to Earth for some undisclosed reason. Her and a bunch of these guys on motorcycles who appear to be her kind of overseers or her supervisors or whatever, her alien supervisors, they end up in Scotland, I think near Edinburgh, I believe, or I'm not sure. That's what I gathered. But anyway, so they're in Scotland, and she assumes human form as Scarlett Johansson, lucky her, and she goes around the countryside in the city just driving this big bloody truck, and you know, just luring men into her vehicle, taking them back to her house, her apartment, whatever, and luring them with the promise of sexual favors, which is pretty easy to do if you're Scarlett Johansson. And these guys just like, okay, I don't want to give too much away because I really want you guys to see this, and I hope it comes out. I hope it gets like you know, a major release, because this film was just so cool. You know, it's so much great imagery, the effects, the mood, the vibe of this film. It was like such a strange, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It was just so unique. So where was I? Okay, so she goes around the city, the countryside, driving this van, asking, you know, she'll pull over when she sees a guy, ask directions, and, you know, oh, you want to ride, brings them in her van, and then gets them to come back to her place. And when they get in there, it's like the place is like completely black. Like, this is what you see. Now, obviously the guys are not seeing this because they're just, either that or they're oblivious to it, because they're just following her like into this room, and she's taking her clothes off and they're taking their clothes off, and then they kind of like sink into the floor and just vanish, and then she walks off and on to the next one. And I'm not going to give too much away because you kind of see what happens to them after that, but basically I guess it's like her mission to just like lure these men and get them for whatever reason, for, I don't know, for experiments, for research, for who knows what. It's never told to you. It's left to your imagination, which is so great. That's what I love, is like movies that step out of the box, that do something original, that give you credit for having a brain and being able to think and surmise what might be going on. That's the kind of movie that I like. And then around halfway through, the movie takes a different turn, and she becomes more kind of, it seems like she wants to become more human. She wants to experience what it's like to actually be a human. So there's a couple of scenes where she goes to this like restaurant, and she tries to eat a piece of cake. Black Forest, good choice. But she can't. She gags, and I guess because she's an alien, she can't get it down. She can't eat. So much for that. And then she ends up wandering around the countryside, and she meets this guy, this very kind guy who's obviously attracted to her as well. And she's not speaking, she's looking really out of it, and he's like, oh, do you need help? So he brings her back to his house, but she doesn't do anything to him. She doesn't do the, you know, the disappearing into the floor thing with him. She just kind of like, you know, hangs out with him there for a couple of days. They go for a walk. He's really sweet to her, very kind. And then they end up coming back to her place, and she wants to make love with this guy. She, you know, likes him, I guess, and he obviously likes her, and so they try to do it, but they can't, and I won't tell you why. You have to go see the movie. And she ends up leaving, and yeah, I'm not going to go any further than that. This movie has to be seen. This movie has to be experienced. The programmer who introduced the film put it very well. She said that this film was, I think she said it was like one of the most experiential films that she's ever seen in recent memory, and I have to totally agree with her. Like, this film is probably either going to get you right away like it did me, or it'll just like, you'll just be sitting there going, what WTF, what the hell is going on here? What is this? I just loved it. I loved the vibe, I loved the atmosphere, I loved the story. I love the fact that it was so, like, left to your imagination. Like, so much of it was mysterious, and there's so many unanswered questions that you're just left just kind of trying to figure out on your own. And I love movies like that. I really, really love movies like that, because, you know, it shows that the director gives you credit for having a brain and being intelligent enough to come up with possible scenarios for why things are happening the way they're happening. So all I can say is this film gets 2 major thumbs up. I really, really enjoyed it. Scarlett Johansson was great. Great effects, great direction, everything. Fantastic movie. I hope you guys get to see it. Okay, so I'm seeing 2 movies tomorrow. Let me see if I can remember what they are. Oh boy. No, sorry, I can't remember. Wait. Stranger by the Lake is one of them, which is a very controversial film, a French film, with a lot of gay sex in it, supposedly, and I mean like full frontal explicit sex from what I've heard. And the other one, gosh, I'm sorry, I can't remember, but you'll know when I put up the review. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you're enjoying my experiences at TIFF. Hope you're enjoying the footage that I've been showing you, and the little bit of vlogging bits here and there that I've been doing. It's a lot of fun. I love doing this. So I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. So I will be back with more reviews. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll be back. Thanks. Bye.